Yo. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, I will wait until there's actually like people in the stream to talk, but yeah. I got some good news, some happy stuff, along with some shitty stuff to report. Well, not really shitty, not for me at least. Let's see what kind of streamer we got.
Very, very small crowd over here.
Gross.
People over here.
Gross.
Alright, let's just take a look around, guys. Let's see what's up.
Are you streaming?
Glad y'all are watching my stream right now. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Hit that bell, please. So, I mean, I guess we got some people here gathered. Just really quick. Try to send a code. Should I get me some water? I think I should. Yo.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody's night going? So far, at least.
I'm at the waterfront park right now in Portland. Got a gathering of people right now. People are still trying to come. Blue, you're on your way? Awesome. I'll see you here. I can't wait to get my gimbal and my new iPhone 11 Pro. This shit's gonna look so clean in the streets of Portland. Alright. Stay hydrated. Gotta stay hydrated, especially when it's really, really smoky out. So,
Wait, what's this?
I wonder what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go to the Justice Center again.
Is that from
That's
when I
big
went
bets.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're headed tonight. You're that early. Like Ted Wheeler's apartment that he doesn't live in, but I really doubt that.
Movement took poo. What do you mean by that, Richard? What do you mean movement
Can't
took
even see a
poo?
block away.
I'm
Cali,
curious.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty bad over there.
Movement took
It's
poo.
bad everywhere right now on the West Coast.
What do you mean by that, Richard?
It's sad. It's too many fires. It needs to stop. We need some rain. We need some fucking rain.
Can you explain a little bit more about movement took poo, please? Thank you.
Did I bring water or snacks with me? No. I usually just come here and hope for the water and snacks because they're usually here.
There you go.
Salem smoke is clearing up. That's good. I think all the smoke from Salem kind of dragged to Portland because it's pretty smoky here right now.
What's up, Bubby?
Man, oh man, kicking it on the streets, waiting for the king. Yeah, virus, that sucked. That sucked. Really bad. Free Milton. And I've said that. I'm Ninja,
Hey, for MPI.
and I'm right here, bro.
Yep.
Clearly not in the pen. Unless, like, which I know I'm not. See, guys, it's official. I got it branded on my vest. It's official. That's how official I am. Oh, man. I'm gonna put this water bottle away. Oh no, they're starting some music. They starting some music.
Richard took a poo.
Alright, hold on.
Maybe Richard had to go poo. That's why he never answered my question.
Music area.
Maybe he's like, speaking of poo. Oh shit. Better get going.
He had to run up.
Oh yeah. Did you guys
I
get
feel
that?
you though,
Did
Richard.
you guys get that, man?
I feel you, Richard.
Oh, I guess I ruined it because she's doing it all over again.
I don't hear a lapping noise. What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Ninja photo bombs everybody.
I only hear music.
I'm sorry.
Are you hearing a lapping
Sound
noise?
like I'm-
Hold on. That lapping is my dog.
Man, my night is going pretty
Sorry.
good so far.
She's a lapper.
Ordered an iPhone on the Apple Store.
Give it a little lap,
Ready to
lap,
get some
lappy.
more.
A little lap, lap, lapperoo.
But where's the balloon? Where's the balloon? Just that I'm here first on the scene. I'm usually really
I love
late.
lap. It's like I love lamp, right?
Ninja's always the last one on the scene. I wonder how large the gathering will be when the smoke in the air. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna affect our crowd numbers really too much. Yesterday it really did, but today I don't think so.
As much weed as these people smoke, they ain't staying home because there's some smoke in the air.
Put a disclaimer on the music.
Please.
Mods, can you do that for me? Can you just put a disclaimer real quick, just in case? I'm not trying to, let's not have that happen again on the stream.
Yeah, you can't have that happen more than like once or twice.
Crazy, distraught, and upset about this. They covered this story. They covered this up. Donald Trump, shame on that. I'm so tired of people trying to say, let me show you the light of Donald Trump. Let me just show you the light. Donald Trump loves black people. Donald Trump is a good guy. Tim Black, I wish you just see through all his BS. No, I can't see through his BS. Do you know that Donald Trump tweeted about what happened in Rochester, New York? But you know what he tweeted about? He tweeted about the protests that are going on in Rochester, New York. He did not tweet about the man who was killed by the police in Rochester, New York. Not a word mentioned that the police force killed a man and then covered it up for 3 months. April, May, June, July, 4 months. August, 4.5 months. They covered it up for 4.5 months. Donald Trump tweets about it, defending the police officers, saying they need law and order in Rochester, New York. He says nothing about the man that they killed. Donald Trump is a scumbag. Prove me wrong. He gave the HBCU some money. So what? It wasn't his money. And he cut certain other programs too, like Pell Grants. Yeah, you know what? We need so much systemic change. You are so confined in your mind about what needs to happen. You know, black women have more college degrees than any other group of people in America. Like, they're demographic black women.
It's because we each have like 5 degrees.
In America, they're also the most underpaid. They also have the most college debt. See, that's what it gets you. Oh, he gave money to HBCUs. What happens is people go to school and they can't get jobs because America's racist as hell. You understand? It's already bad for you to get jobs to begin with. White kids have problems getting jobs. The saying goes, when white people got a cold, we got the flu, we got walking pneumonia. We got COVID-19. I know it's nice not to know.
Sorry, my real friends will understand the walking pneumonia joke.
About what they need to learn about Donald Trump's greatness. Go F yourself. All right.
What do you mean no one wants to hear about the Pell Grants? It's easy to check out. Oh, you mean when it comes to black issues? I agree. I don't think that people want to hear about most of that shit. I think they only want to hear about like the brutality and shit. You know what I mean?
The young man on the left, his name is
They
Lyndon
want to
Cameron.
know about the real
He is
systemic
13
issues like
years old.
how black women are
He was shot several
strategically
times by Salt Lake
undertreated
City
in
police.
medical care and shit like that. Yeah,
On the
it
right
starts to
is
glaze
his
over.
mom,
They're
Rhoda
like,
Barton.
no, like, I'm more interested in, you know,
Rhoda Barton. She made a mistake.
like the people who got beat, the people who got
Rhoda
shot,
Barton made a
because
huge
Americans
mistake
are
for which
obsessed
she
with
may
violence.
never recover.
Okay, now that I've got a few people here, I just want to say,
Lyndon Cameron,
real
her
quick,
son,
I'm going
may
to
never
put Tim on
recover.
mute, just
You know
real
what
quick.
that mistake was?
And I'm going to say just thank you all for helping me get to 51 subscribers over the last couple weeks. It's been great. I did do a vlog so that y'all can have a little bit of insight on my personal life and what I do in my free time. And so, yes, once again, thank you. Let's get to 60 subs now.
She couldn't control him. She called.
Meaning if you haven't liked
she called
the video,
police for help.
like it, or dislike it if you dislike it, and subscribe if you like it
When the
and you
police
want to see
came,
more.
The 13-year-old boy, Lyndon, got scared and started running. Do you know they shot him like
You know, white people don't want to care about that. Their number one issue is the environment.
He
We
didn't
know.
attack them. He had no weapon. His mom was there screaming, he doesn't have anything. He's just a boy. He needs help. They shot him. They leave the boy in serious condition with injuries to his intestines, his bladder, his shoulder, and his ankles. Barton says he was unarmed.
Got y'all.
Police said they didn't find a weapon.
We ain't gonna be led astray in this muck.
He's a small child, says his
In the
mom.
muck of everything that's going
Why
on, we
didn't you
need
just tackle?
some unity and some reassurance.
He's a
And that's
baby.
what I'm here to do.
He has mental
So you're
issues.
welcome. And thank you.
Oh, I determine it's a horrible way to classify. It's people want protect. Yeah, people want protection. You mean like Lyndon, right? That's what Lyndon wanted. He wanted protection. Instead, he gets to pee in a bag, possibly for the rest of his life, because grown-ass men couldn't deal with a child. I don't know why they decided to shoot up little Lyndon, but they did. He didn't get the Dylan Roof treatment. Maybe he needed to shoot black people. Then they would have treated him well. That's what it was. He didn't kill black people or protesters. Yeah, that's what it was. He didn't have an arm. He didn't do like, what's his name? Riffelson or Whittlehouse?
Rittenhouse.
Whittlehausen?
Rittenhausen is what I call
That
him.
young Confederate bastard up there who shot
Rittenhausen.
shot 3, killed 2. Cops just let him walk by with a hand wave. Hey, man. That's what it was. Lyndon was carrying a gun and had just killed somebody.
Yeah, he's
See, that's
talking
how
about
cops work.
the boy
You want
who
white kid,
was on the
if you kill him,
spectrum, and
all is well.
his mom
Now I
called
just told you
to
the story of the
have him like taken
killer
care
who
of and
killed 3.
protected from
The cops
hurting
took him for
himself or
coincidence.
possibly
After
hurting
chasing
another
him for
person.
half an
Maybe,
hour,
but he
on foot,
probably really wasn't
like
a
the
threat
Benny
to the
Hill
cops
show.
at all. And the cops
That's
shot
what's
him.
wrong with Lyndon Cameron's
He's in the
story, is
hospital
that
now.
Lyndon
They
Cameron
didn't respond to his mental health issues. They just rolled up and shot him. I don't really know the full story, but like I would like to know.
some Dairy Queen or something. I'm sorry, Miss Barton. You did too good a job raising your son. No, if you'd have left him in there to play with guns in his room, build bombs, I hate to break it to you, but that's how America works for white kids. A white kid who just committed no crime other than be born and have a condition. That's all he did, which, by the way, is not a crime. He gets shot 4 or 5 times. Make it make sense. Oh, well, what are you gonna say? I'm racist? What's the word we're gonna use to defend these cops?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just admit you don't care.
Yeah,
Well,
we
he
need
must
to
have
have
been
alternative responders. It was great this
Check his
weekend
background. I'm sure he
in Eugene, Oregon. A man was having a mental health crisis at the park, and we rolled up at around that same time as two women were talking to him, approached him, and we wondered to ourselves, why would you approach this man? He's clearly like out of control right now. But that's what they were there to do, to de-escalate the situation. They talked to him. They made sure he was good. He had water because it was a really, really hot day. They made sure, like, you know, he had the things he needed to like be okay. Like if, you know, you're having a mental health crisis in the park, like you still need water. You know what I'm saying? You still need basic things to like not end up eventually like hurting yourself. So they rolled up. That was their job. They literally got called to do that, which is awesome. And we need more things like that. We need more people willing in their communities to call organizations like that. And those organizations need to be in place. So yeah, you're right. Defund the police, but also build alternative structures. And we don't need the government to do that for us. Like, we can do that on our own. Like, we don't need permission. Well, I don't know if we need permission, but we don't need to fucking, you know, rely on the police to provide those kinds of services. Like, we have the skills, we have the resources to do that ourselves. Trump 2020 with an arrow through a heart. So I don't know if that means you're into Trump or if you're against Trump.
I think she will. But here's the deal. This is what people don't understand. Kamala Harris is not. How can I say this? Mike Pence doesn't need to.
Yeah, they didn't get anybody. You don't need anybody's permission to do that shit. You just start your own. If you're a counselor, just start your own situation. Get the word out. Make sure people have your number and, you know, start helping people with these mental health crises. Like, because it is, you know, I initially was scared of that guy. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I was initially frightened. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, if he comes over here, like, what's gonna happen? What's he gonna do? Like, and I probably, out of fear and out of not knowing any better, because I'm not from Eugene and I don't know what kind of resources they have in Eugene, I probably would have called 911.
It's not Trump's job is to try to appease his base.
But that would have been if only I was like fearing for my safety.
Biden's job is to
But at the same
keep telling his
time,
people, Trump is evil.
if I had another number to call, knowing that this man was just having a mental health crisis, which it was clear to see he's yelling and screaming and shouting at no one, just at thin air, but it's a very aggressive shouting. And I know you've all heard somebody like that who's aggressively shouting and coming towards you, and it's concerning. It's concerning, but you're not necessarily afraid.
Very specific what we're saying.
And if you could have someone
Card may say
like
the calm
to
goes
call
up,
to,
but
you
if
know,
it doesn't reflect it,
check on them,
it's shaving voters
make
off
sure
from
that they're okay, at
the
least,
Trump
you know,
ticket.
have the basic things that they need, like a place to go for the night, or water and shelter
Speaking
and
of performance,
healthcare and things like that, like the resources that they need
I
to
have a
get
clip
better,
of Kamala Harris with
so
that
they're not
pressure.
yelling and having, you know,
Check this out as they talk
schizophrenic
about
panic
black people suffering.
attacks in the park.
Black people suffering in America. And what William Barr and Donald Trump don't realize.
Exactly. You call 911 for an emergency, you call 911 for non-emergencies, you call 911 for everything. And this is what we're taught. It's very crucial. Like, in all those situations, even in gang situations, like, there should be de-escalation committees, you know? With people from that neighborhood, from people in those organizations that, you know, come and kind of talk things out with people instead of resorting to violence. But we don't need the police in our neighborhoods telling us what to do 24/7. There's like real crime out there. There's like real shit going on. Like the fucking people who are running our country, who are committing the most crimes. Wall Street, fucking the pharmacy industry, fucking so much we could be focused on instead of like taking and targeting working class people. Yeah, they're not gonna talk to the cops. Like, most of the time they're not gonna talk to the cops. If you've ever seen the first 48, most of them don't talk to the cops. Most of them don't squeal.
It takes a set of ovaries, man, to get up there and talk like that after being who she is and having the track record that she has. Wow. She's bad. She's Al Pacino-esque in her acting ability. It's exponentially.
Don't act like whites don't withhold info to get street justice. ... Y'all invented
Able to
that.
get incarcerated when you were the Attorney General of San Francisco.
I agree. I think whites do withhold info.
Black men were more exponentially likely to be punished.
But when you say y'all invented that, you're talking about white people invented that, right? Or are you talking about black people into that? I'm just curious. I'm just
Women
curious.
to
It's
be
hard to understand, like,
incarcerated for low-level crimes and crimes
you know,
such as
people's,
drug
like,
possession, which you just
intentions
said was
over
racist.
typing. So that's why I just
You
ask
were a part of
questions.
a bigoted system and you prolonged it, and you do not prolifically challenge that system.
But I
when you were
agree
a
with,
person in
you know,
power.
whites probably do withhold info to
You
get
went right
street
along with it.
justice.
You enabled it. You gave it more mustard.
And, like,
Kamala
not all
Harris
blacks don't withhold
called
information.
herself a tough guy.
It's not like all
She
blacks
wasn't the
versus
tough
all
guy
whites or
moving
anything
around
like that.
free,
There's, like,
like some
in between.
strange but fantastic hero or anti-hero. No, she wasn't some cop. She wasn't some radical progressive prosecutor. Her job was to put people in jail. Then she'll talk to you about that one time that rapist she caught, or that one time that kidnapper. But 98% of her cases were low-level drug offenses where she wanted maximum sentences. Maximum. Of who? Of what? Black people. Mostly black men. But now she can sit up here and make this argument that it is Donald Trump, which is the racist one. And I'm not arguing that he's not. But when we talk about race, weren't you just saying that Joe Biden was racist? You know, because he plowed around with segregationists. They called me boy. And I never had a problem with it. But now all of a sudden, that doesn't exist, right? Those were just words. And there were people commenting on Kamala Harris's interview with Dana Bash. Totally skipped over this horrifically hypocritical segment of the interview. It just gave her glowing praises. And what does Kamala Harris intend to do about this systemic racism that she points out? It's so horrible, and that anybody should be able to see. And William Barr and Donald Trump can see. What is she willing to do about it? What policies is she looking for to implement to challenge and uproot that systemic racism? She went on to Charlemagne the God. She sat down with the Breakfast Club and said she would never put forth any policy that only helped black people. You just said black people are systemically, that means by the system, ingrained in the system. We're not talking about somebody using the N-word outside of a Walmart or calling someone an N-word in front of the Chuck E. Cheese. You said systemic racism built into our system, ingrained in our judicial system. And you said you would do nothing specifically to help the group that you say is suffering under that. For a generation, decade upon decade, is what Kamala Harris says black people have suffered. In this system. And then she said she would do nothing specifically to help them. Now, I don't know. I mean, hey, I'm on, I went to community college. I did a couple semesters in PG, a couple semesters in Northern Virginia Community College. But I gotta guess, if you say these are the people that are hurting, and you won't make policies to help those people, but you want to bring up their plight, sounds like you're just using them for votes. Sounds like you're just using them for votes. Sounds like, and if you're going to report on this and you are progressive and independent, you don't work for CNN, you don't work for MSNBC, it's so hard when you're Joy Reid. It's so hard when you're Rachel Maddow. It's so hard when you're Chris Matthews. It's so hard.
Just want to say every sub counts.
It's like
So if you haven't already, if this is your first time to the channel, please sub. We're trying to build this channel. It's in the infant stages. And we just don't have this perspective on the internet as much as we like to. So if you want to continue to get this kind of perspective, go ahead and sub to the channel. It helps the channel. It helps the channel 1,000%.
I'm going to point out these things which I've done. I've made countless videos.
And if you don't like it, just hit the dislike button on the way out.
Unraveling of her record. Detailing infraction after infraction. Tough on crime, 3-strike crime. This was a hard-nosed, give him as much time as possible, prosecutor. Not a vanguard of progressivism as an attorney general. The opposite, frankly. Using poor white and black people. Pretty sure there was some poor white people in there. prison labor to fight forest fires, trying to keep them incarcerated so she wouldn't have to pay actual firemen in LA to fight fires. That's Kamala Harris. If that ain't racism, what is, man? I mean, if that's not, and my brethren can't call this out, I don't understand. I don't get it, guys. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, that's right, because having her in there is going to be so much better than Trump or Pence. Okay, so this is the second part of the interview. Second part. This one's about the economy. Kamala Harris goes on to point out some things about the economy and Donald Trump that need to be said. Let's check it out. Have an open mind.
The guy in Rochester was in the snow, naked, incoherent, and spitted at the cops and died from drug poisoning. He was a fucking mess. The family is trying to cash in with the lawsuit against the cops. I disagree. I totally disagree with you, R. Chai. Exactly. He was naked and it was cold. And he died because they fucking smothered him, dude. I don't know why you would think that family is trying to cash in. They're never going to get that person back in their life. There's no money in the world that can replace a human being's life. You have no idea, and you have zero evidence that the family is trying to cash in on that. So for you to say that is literally just the most disrespectful, ignorant, lazy arguments that I've ever heard anyone put forth. And it's sickening that you would believe the cops' version of the story when you've seen the fucking video. You've seen it, and yet you still deny the truth. And then you want to go ahead and blame the fucking family. R. Chai, you're an asshole.
One of the things about Kamala Harris that I see, and I don't know about the people that handle her, who she has on her staff, is that she loves to get one word and just keep saying that word over and over again. In the first clip, it was exponentially. Exponentially. The second clip, it was abject. She said Donald Trump is an abject failure. He's an abject failure on the economy because he didn't combat COVID-19 properly. It would also be, I'd also could argue that Congress is an abject failure too. They went on vacation instead of coming up with a resolution. You know, a second stimulus, they went to chill. They went home, getting their money just fine.
That just goes to show me that you will lick the boot of any fucking cop, no matter if even they're stopping you in the fucking mouth.
Horrible.
You'll still lick their fucking boot. You're pathetic. Pathetic.
Rhetoric, using all the bigotry he can to rile up his people, yes. But Kamala Harris not much better, and definitely not much better than this clip. What interview are people listening
Have you ever thought about doing my show in a bikini top? No.
She talks about mothers.
No, never. I've never thought about that.
Again, the audacity.
I know it would get me probably a lot more streams.
Because she is really the audacity.
But also, what the fuck? No, that's not the point of this.
She has the gall. I really had the gall. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. To bring up mothers who she says, who describe their children as being hungry. As if you give a damn, Kamala Harris. As if that keeps you up at night.
I know it'll get more viewers, but what the fuck? Like, I don't want those kinds of creepy viewers on my channel, dude. Duh. Like, fuck. This is a serious channel. It's not about fucking nudity or anything. It's about building a movement on YouTube of black, indigenous, people of color who are queer,
struggling men, a permanent underclass,
and giving them a voice on YouTube.
ADOS.
You use your assets. What are your fucking assets?
Kamala Harris. I'm not saying everything she said here is wrong. I mean, I do think that Donald Trump obviously could have done a better job with the way that he dealt with COVID-19. Trying to
No,
avoid
you're
it
about to be
for political
suspended.
purposes.
Because I'm not going to take the time to,
There's
like,
blood on his hands, no doubt.
listen to yourself.
The Democratic Party is much better.
Mods, go ahead and suspend ACL.
Instead of trying to mitigate the problems because it's politically expedient for them. So here's a word for you. How
Like I said yesterday, this channel is about building quality over quantity. I'm not about to just block anybody for having different opinions, but I'm also not going to put up with the bullshit. Like, because I don't need any trolls. Like, I don't need that kind of attention. Like, I'm not desperate for attention.
whatever is politically expedient.
I'm not desperate for subs either. If you want a sub because you like the channel, sub. If you don't like the channel, dislike it on your way out. I don't care.
Shame on you.
But I know there's going to be plenty of people who like it.
Shame on
So,
you.
it's all good.
How could you say this? She knocked it out the park. Bar Park Frank? The Parkers?
No, hell
Like the
no.
Parkers. What park are we talking about? Hershey Park? I don't know what you're talking about. Hershey Park.
Yeah, we don't have any space for toxic masculinity,
But anyway, the point is,
sexual
she
harassment,
knocked it out the park.
racism, hate
This is
speech,
not good.
homophobia,
But Congress
none of that shit on this channel. No.
is very low. She
There are
has to-
plenty other fucking channels. Go to Joe Rogan's fucking page if you want that shit. I don't
She
care.
doesn't-
Like, but
she
it's
has
not
to
here.
do what?
That's not what you're gonna get here.
I said it
I'm
all.
open to other viewpoints, but I'm not open to like sick shit at all. At all.
Joe Biden
I'll give you one chance and like,
can't come to do.
I'll like check out your thing that you have to say, and if you don't have any proof, if you don't have a comeback, if you don't have anything else to say, like,
I mean, maybe
I'm not gonna try to engage you. Like, I'll ask you a question.
Tell me how bad black people got it.
I'll even look at your evidence if you have any.
Articulate people's pain.
But if I look at your evidence, it's just totally false
Nothing
propaganda type bullshit. Like, I'm not gonna interact with you anymore. I'm not gonna, pretend that I get where you're coming from or anything like that.
I'm not Trump. We're not Trump.
Again, it's about quality over quantity.
And I guess you think that. I guess
That being said, if you're still down with what I'm saying and you still haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, please. Every sub counts. Every sub counts. We're trying to get to 60 subs.
Well, we have time to see. We'll see. I mean, right now, I didn't read an article, but I saw the Man City Washington Post. The title was
Yeah.
Donald
Fetal
Trump
organ harvesting, as if that's the fucking thing. What's anybody gonna do with a fucking
Joe Biden,
fetus's organ?
social distancing,
Who's that gonna help besides another fetus? It
virtual.
doesn't even make any sense. And then it turned out the whole video was about tissue,
Where's the energy? Also in this interview with
and the person literally didn't even know the difference between tissue and organs, and they were also fucking
anyone who's read over the documentation released
Just
by our security
ignorant.
agencies regarding the so-called Russia invasion. Hey, they did try to meddle in our elections. Most of the meddling occurred after the election, though. And
BLM is a
no
hoax.
security agency.
Most black people call bullshit on BLM. Snake Bliskin, where are you getting your info from? I would love to know. If you have a source that it's a hoax,
Report says.
if you have created a survey that has surveyed
Those Facebook ads you keep hearing about, most
a majority of black people in the country and they have agreed that it's all bullshit, then show it to me. Otherwise, I call bullshit on what you're saying.
about
And typing in all caps isn't gonna fucking make your point any more valid. Unless you have evidence,
that's what swung the election. No, what
your words
swung
don't
the
mean
election
anything.
To Donald Trump, it's the same thing that's swinging it this time.
They're saying it's a hoax to fucking
Running on nothing.
collect donations, I
Because they
think.
don't want to be held
Because there's like one fake
They'd
Black Lives
rather
Matter
lose
account.
than give you a reason
That was enough for them to be like, see, I'm justified in my racism.
They'd rather lose than have you hold them accountable for a policy. So they don't want to offer you anything. They want to say they're going to do anything.
Listen, I'm not fucking
because
around
they're
tonight.
not.
I was nice yesterday,
That's just how it is.
but I'm not nice tonight.
That's just how it is. All right, guys. It's been real. It's time
No.
for phone lines. I like to
Oh, yeah.
phone number back up.
No, I think that Black Lives Matter had like somebody had created like one fake GoFundMe account that actually raised like a few $100,000. It turned out to be not directly connected to Black Lives Matter. So
Let's try to keep the calls around 3 minutes. Get people
that's all I know about it. It wasn't really that big of a fucking deal. They probably like got the money returned to those people and like everything's fine now, but obviously anybody's gonna take anything that's wrong with the movement and then like exacerbate it, just like they did with the fucking Black Panther movement. So
That 207 number in the queue has been hanging around. Thank you, 207. You're live on the Tim Black Show. What's your name? What's your name?
wait, what did Steve Bannon do? I don't know. He created a fake fundraiser?
207. Yeah, 207.
Probably. I mean, yeah, it's basically what the fuck, you know? All these fake charities are whack as hell.
What's your name? What's your comment?
If you don't do your own research before, you know, giving your money to an organization, like, part of it is on you. But also part of it is like, no, people shouldn't be doing that. Oh yeah, they arrested him on his yacht. Oh,
Flag on two.
but yeah, there's a lot of whack charities out there. It's not just Black Lives Matter. So you just pointing out Black Lives Matter just shows that, like, you don't really give a shit. You just want to point out what's wrong. You don't want to fucking, like, actually, like, care. But then again, like, most of these people just hop on to make one comment and then they hop off because they actually don't have any valid arguments. Either that or they're just, you know, computer programmed or whatever. So, like, fucking comment, whatever.
Maybe I'll just go to the comment section. I just think that's
It's alright. Because even if they do that, it doesn't matter. We'll still get our fucking 60 subs.
Let's go to the comment section real quick. Anybody make a super chat?
Should I chat again tonight? It's alright. You guys will warm up eventually. I'm not worried about it. You guys always end up warming up a lot. And then at least 2 or 3 of you will, like, end up chatting.
Erica Vanessa Myers. I'm so sick of the establishment controlling the narrative and lying to us. We need you, and I'm grateful for your message. Well, thank you, Erica. I appreciate you. Thank you for such kind words. I appreciate it. It's real nice. Peshay81 says, oh, just send a super chat. Thank you, Peshay. I appreciate you. Sheldon Hughes. Spot on, Tim. Truth to power. Thank you, Sheldon. I appreciate it. Roger Meadows. Black cop, black cop, black cop. He did the KRS-One black cop. Black cop, black cop, black cop. Robin Spencer. Thank you, Robin Spencer. I appreciate you. Lumina. Love you, Tim. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Lumina. 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 Yeah. Lumina. Green Bob. Thank you for Green Bob for supporting the show. I appreciate you. Guys, I'm so sorry. This damn thing is doing Windows updated over the weekend. I hate Windows. But it's what I know. It's what I know. But I swear, man, I just updated this computer. In fact, Friday was late because I was updating Friday. There's nothing I can do with this. Well, I do want to make an announcement that I'm going to have a special show next week, on the 16th. I'm going to have Jamal Bowman. Jamal Bowman. My brother Jamal Bowman, out there in New York, he's a congressman. Congressman Jamal Bowman. He just won his election. I'm gonna have him chop it up, a special chop it up. Jamal Bowman, a young up-and-coming brother, who I believe, if it wasn't for COVID-19, because this man is such a dynamic speaker, Isaiah James. I think Isaiah James will be going to Washington right there. I'm going to have these two brothers, Jamal Bowman, Isaiah James. I'm speaking truth to power. Progressive, dynamic brothers. Putting it down. I'm going to chop it up, a special chop it up with Tim Black. I'm looking forward. This is great. Thank you, K Love Joy, for putting together such an awesome show. I'm so looking forward to having that conversation. We have some other great opportunities coming up too, some great interviews coming up. We're expanding the team. I told you I put out some, I'm trying to expand. We're looking to get a writer on staff to help with the blog. We're looking to, editing. We need to put out more content. We need small, so people who like certain parts of this show, we need like 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, like little short clips to let people know about the show, parts of the show that we like. So if you watch certain parts of the show and you enjoyed it, or you thought, hey, there was a good little soundbite, we need to make video clips today. So we're trying to staff up and get people to do things to help the show today. What else can I say? Let me go back to comments. Let's see what we got. See, this new YouTube setup, it won't let me just go to the comment section like I used to. It just says, it won't show me the comments in this section. Tim Black, Wolfpack Animation. I'm thinking about it. That's another thing I need, right? Wolfpack Animation, absolutely. And I think it makes total sense, right? I mean, we had a Wolfpack. Why not have a Wolfpack Animation? Oh, I gotta give a shout out, guys. This I must shout out. Did you see the
Oh, in the top right is Bear Gang Media.
Real quick, guys.
Bear Gang Media.
Let me jump over to Instagram. And someone shared this.
Do you want me to cut to that audio?
It's amazing.
Because I can. I'll put it on in the background and see what's going on. You know? Not much. Not much.
I am not below.
So this is alright guys, so give it up for Silent James. Okay. Silent James made this. Alright? Check this out, guys. Some of the steps. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, this great graphic here. It's
Yeah,
taken from
it's
my
in
speech.
Portland. Top right's Portland.
They said I was like the
Bottom
best speaker at the
left is supposed to be Rochester, but I don't know what's going on with that stream. It's live, but it's just weird. It's not like the normal live stream that they would usually have, and plus they were streaming in Rochester for a minute and then it stopped, but it's still actually streaming, so
I appreciate you.
I'm not sure what's going on with that. Not sure.
Hey, look, maybe somebody should cartoonize this. You know, if I could get.
That's all I know so far. That's all I can see.
Like a little cartoon.
All I know is what I can see, obviously.
That would be amazing. She killed that. That looks just like me.
I'm not sure who's streaming in Rochester
See, I'm trying to stall for the updates because I want.
besides
I want
Jeff
to
Mack.
visualize it. I want people to be able to be able to call in. It's been a long weekend and people wait to call in. So let's give it a shot. What else can I tell you guys? What else?
If I have any new viewers to the stream, go ahead and like and subscribe to my page, please. As I've said before, And if you're not a new viewer, like, drop a line, like, say what's up. Like, you know this is about chat and, like, getting the conversation going, so I'm like, you know, it's a safe space, trust me. Like, I'm not gonna let anybody, like, fuck with you about your opinion or, like, come at you or, like, you know, make you feel bad. I'm not gonna allow that to happen on my channel.
Yeah,
So.
and she does fit that mold. She is definitely fit the mold to try to, and that's what they do. That's what they do.
They're probably planning the night. I see there's an influence, whatever that means. I'm glad, happy. Good. Good, good. Who do you think's planning the night, though? Rochester? Are you talking about Rochester? Or are you talking about
Person
streamers?
who's gonna really ride for the people. Like what's common? Who will form like water, take the form of whatever she's poured into. That's what Kamala is. These people that are like, don't say the truth about Kamala because Trump evil. Well, if you're gonna say the truth about Trump, why can't you say the truth about Kamala? Why do you want people to lie?
Oh, there's always someone streaming, yeah.
Why must we lie for our
I know. I'm just lazy to look, dude. Like, oh. I spent the last, like, 100 and something days, like, looking for who's streaming, and, like, I just, at this point, I'm like, these are the people I know are gonna be fucking streaming for sure, and so I'm just gonna play them. And a lot of the times, it's like, even if it is a different stream, it's like the same angle. So it's like, really, do I need to have like 55 streams of the same angle up? Like, I don't know. But thank you, man. Like, I appreciate you.
They get sold a false bill of goods. Yeah, they get sold a false bill of goods. They're told to believe one thing, and they build this thing up. And then reality hits them like a baseball pitch. Now I don't like that video I saw on Instagram with a white dude, a racist white dude,
Yeah.
old white dude was talking to the young dude.
Yeah.
Shut up! What you gonna do, boy? What you gonna do, boy? In front of all these people? You gonna do something to me? You just get your ass. And then that brother turned around and super socked his ass.
Oh, I saw that video. Did anybody else see that video? Oh, should I try and pull it up? Oh, it's so satisfying.
See, he
Oh.
thought it was 1946.
Hold on.
He thought it was 1954. He thought it was 1898. He doesn't realize that you can get super socked in 2020.
Super soft.
Funniest part.
Oh no, I have to get my login. I don't know what the fuck my login is for that shit. I'm sorry.
The young dude dropped him with one punch. He was about to hit him again. All he gave was, hey, hey, hey. Help, help. So, my point is this, guys. The moral of the story. Shut up.
I'm trying to find a vid where the guy gets knocked the fuck out. Like, this black dude is not fucking around. He's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And then the black guy, he goes, what are you gonna do, boy? And the black guy just turns around and just pops his ass. Oh, and there's the other video of, oh, I have a lot of videos of the racist guy in Nevada, in Las Vegas, that got beat by these fucking dudes. Hold on. I'm trying to explain it, but really I just need to fucking show you, alright? Hang on a sec. I'm trying to find something.
Yeah. We won't be at war in 7 places. Yeah. We won't be doing stupid shit like a space force. Yeah. The water in Flint are suddenly clean. Yeah. So they want me to. I'm not gonna lie to you, even if you ask me to. I'm just not gonna do it. It's your job to go chase stupid shit and to go listen to lies. It's not my job to lie to you. So, as much as they're small,
Okay, I'm gonna pull up the one. I found the one from Nevada.
Very upset in their feelings.
I'm gonna try to find the other one too by googling it. But I want y'all to see this though. This shit is so satisfying. So satisfying. Like, I don't condone violence. Like, let me say that really quick. But like, when somebody's blatantly racist, and then they're asking for a fight, and then they get their ass beat, like physically, not fully to the point of like dying or like being really, really hurt, but like just a good old-fashioned ass beating. Ooh, I love that shit. Oh,
There's no
Alright.
policy to help you do nothing.
Let me mute Tim real quick.
I'm not
As much as I don't want to. But let's mute this real quick. Let me pull this shit out real quick. Oh god, it's so good. So basically he showed them his tattoo, and that guy goes, "Are you a racist motherfucker?" And that guy's like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" So then that guy just starts swinging on him. Well, you can see how it is. Oh, you gotta love to see it happen. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, good old-fashioned ass beating. Everybody's okay after it. Everybody walks away, but like, you know, the supremacy is known.
That's like some high bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm gonna go back to the other one really quick. Let's just watch it one more time, just because, oh god, it's so fucking satisfying. Ooh, that was a good first hit. And a good second jab. So then the other guy jumps in, tries to fucking take out the friend. Oh, but then the guy in the white tee comes back on him, swinging, landing every single fucking punch. He landed every single punch. And then that, oh, guy in the tie-dye is not fucking around. He's like, hold on, let me handle you real quick. Fucked. Shit is crazy. I love it. You gotta love to see it. Alright, I'm gonna try to find the other one. Because we need a couple fucking W's, you know what I mean? We keep taking L's. I don't... Yeah, I'm not sure where that video's at. I can't find it no more, and I don't have access to my Twitter. You want to see the Kyle girl fight again? Is that bad? Yeah, that's kind of bad. That's kind of bad. Let's see. What the fuck is the name of that account on Twitter? How do I see my Twitter accounts that I follow or whatever the fuck? I don't know shit about Twitter. Let me see if I can pull it up. Baller. I love how the Twitter account Baller Alert has just turned into like a fucking doxing page for like racists. It's literally the best thing in my life. Oh, here it goes. Here he is. What are you gonna do about it? He says. Dude, I would have lost my shit on this. I would have done the same thing. I would have lost my shit on this guy, eh? Whoa. Hold on. Let's start over.
He's wearing the Humana mask.
Same mask. We got the same mask.
What you gonna do in here with everybody here, man? What you gonna do? Get your ass up. What you gonna do, boy? What you gonna do in here with everybody here, man? What you gonna do? Get your ass up there and get the fuck.
Boom, bitch! With the double. With the back fist and then the fucking jab. Oh my god, he fucked his ass up.
What you gonna do, boy? What you gonna do in here with everybody here, man? What you gonna do? Get your ass up there and get the fuck.
Boom! Boom! Into the fruits! The way he fell back was such a bitch way to fall back. He's trying to look for something to fucking hold on to, but his fat ass knocked everything over.
Get your ass up there and get the fuck.
Woo! Damn! I just want to say I don't condone violence, but like, let's just watch this one more time, just cause.
What you gonna do in here with everybody
What
here,
you gonna
man?
do?
What you gonna do? Get your ass up there and get the fuck.
Boo! Dude! Banana head ass! Fucking crazy. Fucking so fucking satisfying. Oh my god, that shit is so fucking satisfying. After you've been beaten down, battered after a whole fucking day of racism, this is what you fucking get to celebrate. Oh, feels good. Feels good.
Great, because I mean, for me,
Like I said, I don't condone violence,
where I have
but
my mom had
presented in a
called
situation like this,
whenever I was
right here,
episode, and it
I can't say I probably would have acted the same and reacted in the same way.
They came and they were very nice.
I don't know if I would have been as cool as to fucking backhand and then come over with the fucking jab, but I think, or the hook, but I think I probably would have probably like made fun of his dad jeans. Probably was the best I probably would have had at that moment.
They could have, put me down the ground. They could have arrested me, body slammed me, the whole 9 yards, and it's so frightening. I mean,
But also, I'm not a black man in this society. I mean, that sucks. Being called boy like that, I know that shit's gotta be triggering as fuck.
All he was running towards the top and he got shot.
Yeah, he
And
did him a favor.
the fact that this happened like in 2016 and it keeps happening over and over and over and over again, I honestly feel like it's escalated. And I feel like I remember saying something about that a while back, but I don't know, I guess I'm trying to sit tight and just hope for the best at this point. But yeah, our police department, they're easy. So thanks for letting me talk and have a good one.
Okay, thank you for the phone call.
Let's see what else we got on
215,
fucking
you're live.
bar lyrics. That
Tim
shit's
Black
so
Show.
good.
What's your name? What's your comment?
Hello?
Chris, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Hey, man, I have to say I'm lucky. I'm so lucky I actually got on with you tonight. And
Uh-oh.
relatively saying, I think you're I think you have a really good voice. And I have a perspective that's different than yours, but I respect what you put out there in the measurement of just in reference to, you're true to yourself. You don't, you stay the course. I've listened to you for like the last 6 or 7 months. So I just wanted to kind of give you that shout out.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, man. Yeah, like in the spirit.
I am a mommy bitch?
I'm actually, pretty unique.
What the fuck does that mean? Make it make sense.
It's really done a lot of things. And during the
We should have chat the cat.
2000, I became
We should have
an
chat the
advocate
cat.
of justice reform. And when I look at the things that are going on,
I'll show y'all my dog. Now you see my cat.
and it's been happening for
She only has one eye.
for
He's
ages,
funny.
which is not something that just kind of came around with COVID. It's been going on for ages. And the measurement of problems. You
Hmm.
know, it's obviously sometimes it's easy to point and really identify and keep the focus on something that is evidently it's there, it's noticeable. But I think also that when we look at our court system and in reference, we look at all the other connected government agencies.
I am a mommy bitch. I am a mommy bitch.
Relatively saying,
Dude, I like that name, mommy
see a lot of
bitch.
things that
Dude, that could be like my new moniker,
you see a
dude.
lot of things where
Thank you.
people have been discarded.
Coin crypto.
There's like trillions of dollars in poverty. Poverty is a very, very profitable business. You know, and so like
Tim is
justice
not even
system,
listening to this guy either. Neither are we, right?
I mean, prison.
Oh, he cut him off. Oh, he's gonna do the thing where he's like, sorry, but the phone lines are down.
At both sides of the aisle, just both fucking.
And
you know what I mean?
sorry, I don't know what happened there, Jason. Shucks.
The-
Like Willy Wonka whenever old girl falls into the fucking river.
many areas,
Stop. No, come back.
relatively
That's
saying,
Tim when the
different
fucking phone
than the
lines
other
go down
systems that are all
on these
connected to each
idiots.
other. Just happens to be like the last 6 months and the last 5 years is relatively saying that the measurements of bad policing and racism and discrimination has been going on, but it's been going through all the systems. You understand that?
Yeah, I don't understand what your point is, though. What are we talking about?
Get his ass, Tim.
That- when you look at bad policing, right? And I live in Philadelphia.
Sir,
Philadelphia is very active.
Chris, you're running out of time, brother. I hear you. You're running out of time, but like, what story are you
The
relating?
protesting is that all the police officers
Mommy
who
bitch.
are measured by basically
Mommy
what the media
bitch.
put them under. You know, you're talking
I'm the
about
mommy of the bitches.
people have been working for the police department.
Mommy
for 20
bitch. Don't
years.
you ever
All of a
forget
sudden,
that.
the
Put
last
some
6
respect on the
months,
name.
Police action as the government, the mayor who's been supported by the FOP for decades as the city council president before he was mayor, all of a sudden, you know, all that support that he gave the FOP and the union leaders, all of a sudden the last year, he turns their back on them as a measurement as reference to the protesters and the riots. But at the same time, he's been subscribing to the same system for 20 years as he climbed up his political ladder. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand. I gotta let it go, man. I gotta let it go. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my
Goodness
tattoo
gracious,
definitely
is it
says
just
mommy
me?
bitch.
What's going on?
Poor Tim.
Jesus Christ.
Tim needs to get better mods.
Jesus Christ. I'm trying to understand what's the point. Do you understand that? Understand what? Do we have a corrupt system? You could have said that in 30 seconds, Johnson.
Johnson.
All right,
I need to think
so what? We're live
of a name for my fucking chat.
I'm sorry, TV Tuesday.
Tim Blacks
How
is-
you doing, sir? I'm good. How you doing?
Johnson.
Who's this?
What are y'all?
This is Spencer.
Janet?
Spencer Spain.
Mommy bitches!
What's up, my friend? What's on your mind?
Does my chat mommy bitches? Does my chat want to be mommy bitches?
Much more than what you have said thus far, brother. I just want to expound on it a bit more. Can I do that?
Yes, sir.
That's how you know like somebody's cussing you out in a different language.
Man, watching
You
that CNN
mother
Kamala Harris, you are definitely right.
mommy bitch!
Is a chameleon.
Mommy
All she
bitch!
wants to do is go back and forth.
I don't know English, so like I'm trying to cuss you out in my language, and you're a mommy bitch.
I couldn't say it anymore. She is thinking very hard on how can I say this without offending the rich white folk and the neoliberal black people that's in corporate America so that they'll continue to vote and not offend the poor black people so that they know that I really don't care about them. It's so offensive. If you really have a brain, man, you can see.
If y'all want to be mommy bitches, let me know. If not, we won't be mommy bitches, but you can't just take the first thing that comes around that easy, right?
They need to be defunded.
You mommy bitch!
We can have a fair chance. And when you go after bad policing, they all quit.
Like as if that's supposed to hurt my
Again,
feelings.
Like they want to say if you get caught with
I don't even know what it means!
a friend of yours from whenever that you didn't know had cocaine, but if you get caught with it and he say it's half yours, then you conspired with him, even though you didn't do anything of that. You didn't know, right? But if you saying it's only one bad apple, and you're telling me you can't weed out that one bad apple fast, You can't see that he got a crazy mindset as a police officer. You can't see that. So that means all of y'all are complicit. You can't tell me otherwise.
You can't tell that these cops, when they try out for the academy, are mommy bitches?
I know that. But if you ain't got the nuts or the guts to stand up to the ones that are bad, you definitely shouldn't be a police officer. So you are a follower. That same guy with George Floyd, that Asian guy that was just looking around, looking at the boy, got a knee, with shoulders, knee on his neck, just looking around, trying to make sure no one gets involved. That's that guy.
That's some mommy bitch shit.
Who ain't gonna say or do nothing, okay? Because he ain't got the balls, the guts, or the nuts to do so. So I'm just saying, man, I stand on my. I mean, I tell you, I got friends, the police officers. I tell them straight up. You right. Some of the things, I got some good friends that are good. You know, they trying their best to write it. They'll call out whatever because they ain't no whatever. They ain't no, ain't no B word. I'm trying not to curse. They ain't no, So they call it out, but they lose friends in it, and they gotta look behind their back and forth too. But I tell them, I said that's professional.
You know what I mean, Coin Crypto? You're a mommy,
Nobody make you do that,
bitch.
okay? And I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, brother, you gonna have to stand on it and be who you are and say what needs to be said. If you say you're a real man, you say you're a real man, right? You say you're a real woman, right? That you stand for good, right? Cause again, there's nobody make you be that profession, but then you just a follower all of a sudden now. You want somebody to respect you now? Come on, man.
Come on, man. That's when you know somebody's fed up. Come on, man.
They haven't said anything. They haven't indicated anything. All they have done is posture. All they have done is just be a chameleon.
Yeah, all they come in their hair is like drop their little nuggets of whatever they think is like cool or whatever, and then they bounce out. They don't respond. They don't argue. They just like say one thing and they leave. And I'm sure they dislike them. Hopefully they dislike on the way up. Please dislike. If you're gonna do it, just like hit the dislike button, I guess, on the way out, or the like button if you like it. But I'm pretty sure it's all just automated stuff.
For Obama and Trump. My taxes went up under Obama. Okay? I didn't get no money back extra nothing. Okay, but under Trump, I got more money back from my taxes, and I got a $1,200 check. I don't care about the circumstances of that $1,200 check. Okay? And there's some people who got, $800 every week?
No press is bad press, that's right.
From unemployment, get out of here, guy. So you really got to be confused about who you vote for. They say, I'm still going to vote for whoever. But what you voting for? What you getting out of it? I really want to understand this. I hate Trump. Now, I know some brothers right now where I'm from.
Oh yeah, they love a dislike. They'll bump my shit to the top of the algorithm if I get more dislikes than I do likes. And they'll be like, oh, look at this shitty stream.
And I'm just saying to myself, okay, if I'm being objective, Trump is
Whatever, we don't want to know. We don't want the YouTube algorithm to know that we know what it wants. We just want YouTube to think that we're all just mommy bitches.
Camilla ain't even saying, oh, we know what she gonna do. She gonna try to lock everybody up, because that's what she's done. You are what your past suggests that you are. That's what it is, my brother. You can't come out and now be something different. Why? Who are you gonna be different to? Who are you held accountable to? Who gives you the most money, right? Oh, okay, so those neoliberal Democrats, those you telling me, right? And what do they do for poor people or black people in general? Nothing. So again, brother,
Mike 1234. I just got here. What's a mommy bitch? Good question, Mike.
you're speaking the truth.
I asked the same thing of Coin Crypto. If you scroll up in the chat,
Man, thank you, Spencer, for the follow,
Coin
man. I appreciate it.
Crypto called me a mommy bitch, and I'm honestly I'm so confused on what's a mommy bitch, but honestly I'm ready to own it. You know what I mean? Like I'm ready to just own being a mommy bitch. If that's what it is. But I honestly just think that person's a bot that doesn't speak English very well, and they're like trying to insult me in like a different language, and they don't know how to like be like, you're a motherfucker or something. They're like, you're a mommy bitch. I'm like, no, you're a mommy bitch. You know what I mean? I'm an umami bitch. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm an umami bitch. I'm a bitch for umami. Oh fuck yeah, it's my favorite flavor.
I'm talking about who have been writing for Kamala Harris, knowing her record. Like, these are people who've been in LA, who know her record in California, intimately know her record in California. Know about, not in like, oh, this reputation, but actually have friends and loved ones and family members who she incarcerated viciously under her rule when she could have made a difference. And now they are boosting her name, riding with her. Brother, I'm telling you, it makes me sick to my stomach, man. I lost all respect for these people, man. All respect. And then they call themselves truth tellers. Truth tellers. Like, I don't get it, man. There is something in it. The Hollywood types and these entertainers who did that,
Yeah, no, I think it was.
Look, Kamala Harris is going to come and go. But the damage you've done to your reputation by not standing up or at least being quiet, I understand they're going to fry you for it. You're going to lose opportunities if you come out like Tim Black against and call out her record. All I'm doing is calling out her record. I don't even go down the road of the stuff about her personal relationships. I don't even go there. I even try to stay away from her lineage or her color or what her mama is or father. I try not to go there because there's so much to talk about Kamala, to question and critique in her record, what she's done. You don't even need to get to that stuff. We can just talk about what she did on the job. My last point, Spencer, I gotta say this, and you brought it up. I'm hard on police, you know I am. I do a lot of content about police. There are police that stood up. There have been police who have called out police. And you know what happens to them?
Do you two know your history?
They fire police.
First of all, there's only
who
one of
tell
me
on
here.
other police.
My girlfriend's in the background, but she
There
doesn't
was
stream.
a black police
And
officer.
know my history about what? There are many different
Who tried
histories.
to get one cop,
So,
who tried to stop a cop from getting a man
IBZ,
on the
please
table.
let me know what history you're referring
She
to,
was
and then
1
I can
year
give you
away
a
from
solid answer.
retirement. They fired her. She lost her pension.
Who is the fellow on the bottom right?
Just
That
they
is
did a
Tim
story
Black,
on last week, a couple months ago.
and
There
he's
are
also a
numerous stories like this
YouTuber.
of officers
And
trying to
he's
do
great.
the right thing. What they get
I
for
love
it?
him.
There was one in Baltimore.
He's
I
like
swear
a
they
black
killed him.
YouTube
I
independent
think
media
they killed him 'cause he was
journalist,
testifying
and yeah,
against officers.
he's
When
amazing.
People talk about defunding the police. They
He
also
doesn't
talk
get
about
as
cutting
much
budgets.
clout
They also
as,
talk about trying to
you know.
end the corruption in law
Sure, how
enforcement.
about the FBI harassing MLK
Power
Jr.?
of the
Yeah, I
police
know a lot.
union,
I know
corruption in
quite a bit about that. I
gone so deep. So I'm gonna go to the next call.
I'm
Spencer,
not
you
like
got me on one.
a
Thank
scholar
you for
in that
calling.
by any
I
means,
appreciate it.
but I do know that the FBI was like
point that out there.
seriously
Those-
tapping into his
those
phone
officers
calls.
did the right thing.
They may or may
Put
not
themselves
have,
in harm's
meaning they
way.
did,
Lost their jobs,
like
lost their
have
careers, lost their
tried to
pensions.
get him to commit suicide
Some may
multiple
have lost their
times.
lives.
They may or may not have been involved in the firebombing of his home
So I gotta acknowledge that because I gotta keep it real.
and things
man.
like that.
Gotta keep it real.
Is that what you're referring
Forget
to?
about it, I'm not gonna try to do my best to tell the truth. It'd be different if I
And
didn't
if
know
so,
it.
like,
You do know it. Once you know it, you can't unknow it. And you
what's your
gotta
point?
share it. You cannot withhold stuff because it doesn't go along with your narrative. Okay? And I wish there was more of it. And maybe if there was more cops coming forward, we'd have more exposure and we'd be able to get rid of some of these cops. 706, you're live on Tim Black Show. What's your name? What's your comment?
Neta? Hold on,
Tim,
Hey,
is that me?
hey, yes sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Who's this?
My name is Bill, and I'm from
If you haven't noticed, I like to smoke weed and I like to drink.
I got two questions for you, and I'll get straight to the point because 2 callers ago I agree with you. He was like out there, wouldn't get to the point.
Yeah, they had him on recordings. Like they have like recordings of him, which who knows if they were real or not. Of him like cheating on his wife and things like that to try and get her to leave him, and like you said, so discording his personal life. It was really fucked up. It's a really really weird tactic for them to take, you know? Like Hoover and his fucking tactics were sickening, dude, sickening. But they still do that same COINTELPRO shit today, and I'm like, dude, Trust me. Trust me. I think everybody's killing himself, bro. Not everybody, but like, you know. I'm always suspicious. Always
Is that what you chose
suspicious.
to do? Is that what you chose? Bill, is that what you chose to do? Sling boxes?
Exactly. That's what I'm
I
saying.
appreciate you adding to this conversation, though. IBZ, like, this is really fucking good fucking conversation. I like that shit.
When black people stand up and they say, I want to be an engineer, they can do it. In America, they can do it. A black man says, I want to be president of the United States, he can do it.
Oh my god, espionage is a mommy bitch like a motherfucker, yo.
Bill, Bill,
Yes, sir.
you are
Oh,
ignorant as
man.
fuck.
Yes, sir.
You are ignorant.
Yeah, IBZ, you could be a day one. Like, go ahead and like and
'Cause
subscribe.
it's
I
the
haven't
truth,
seen your
Bill.
name in
I
the
can't
chat,
lie
so
to you, man.
before, so like,
Bill,
neither have I seen
Bill,
you,
do
Mike 1 2 3
realize,
4.
Bill,
Like,
oh, no.
like
Let me
and sub
tell
to
you
my
why,
channel.
Bill. Because
I'm trying to
you
get to
don't
60
understand what
subs.
systemic racism is.
like eventually.
There's gonna always be one great guy. You know how many white guys do what I do?
I think
Do you
he
realize
had
how-
really
you know how hard
bad
it
heart
is to find a
disease
black guy
after he
doing
was
what I do?
assassinated. He
I'm
had the heart
one
of an
I'm the
80-year-old,
biggest
probably
on the
due to all
left.
of the harassment and constant stress. Yeah.
And they're not better than me. So why are there 50 other white guys?
Bill,
some
you are
mediocre
ignorant as
as
fuck.
hell,
I looked at
doing what I do who are much bigger than me right now? Why is that, Bill?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, tell him to him.
Why?
I can't answer that.
Well, take a guess, Bill. You're a smart man, Bill. Bill, you're a smart man. Why is it?
You're saying something you tell her?
Bill, I'm asking you Bill, what do you think it is? Tell the truth. What do you think
What
it
do I
is?
think it
Yeah.
is? You pissed off the wrong people.
This is independent. There's no one to piss off.
You're not
It's
kissing
not a
the right
job.
people's ass. I don't
I'm
know.
not what? I'm
Maybe
not
you're
what?
not kissing the right people's ass. I don't know.
Kissing
I
ass.
don't know.
That's what you think it is?
I know. I think if anything, they've made their tactics even stronger. Like, no, I don't think they've changed them. I think they've just gotten even better at it.
Really? Since when?
Definitely, for sure.
Bill.
Anybody that wants to
Bill.
can make it.
Bill, I'm trying to work with you, Bill. Did you know what happened in 1965? The Voting Rights Act. If black people and white people were equal, why didn't we already have the right to vote?
Why?
Yeah, why? If
Why?
everything was equal, like you said, black people and white people the same, and all you got to do is believe in yourself. If that's the truth, Bill, why didn't we have the right to vote?
I didn't at one time in this country. I didn't have the right to vote.
Ah, Lord, see now you're not keeping it real, Bill. I gotta let you go because you don't want to keep it real, Bill. That's because you're a felon, Bill, and I understand that. And I hate this criminal justice system, and that's why you was fucking with them boxers. But Bill, you wasn't a felon because you were a felon because you made bad choices, or you a felon because you come from a bad family that made bad choices, or you a felon because you like drugs. But it wasn't because your parents didn't have an opportunity to be white in America and get a GI loan, to get a bank loan. There are class action lawsuits. We had to write laws just for them to give us bank loans to buy homes. No one had to write laws so that your family could buy a damn house, Bill. And all wealth, most wealth in America is maintained in households. Now, if you had one group that wasn't able to get bank loans, who were put in hoods, in neighborhoods, in ghettos, in the inner city, after they was ran out of the South, called the Great Migration, from being lynched, not in the 1800s, in the 1900s, Bill. How can you sit there with a straight face, Bill, and say we could be whoever we want to be? We could all be president. We had one half black president who lived in Hawaii with a white mom.
IBZ.
Look, man.
But our government
Flavor
acts as
Flav
if
can
we
become
moved
president.
on.
Holla back.
Because sometimes people,
Tim
I
Black
read
can
them
become president. Holla
because
back.
like I
A real black president.
don't know if
Black
some people
father,
can see all the
black
comments or
father.
not, so I'll just read it
From
out loud.
Washington, D.C., not the Bahamas.
IBZ, but our government
Didn't
acts
go
as
to
if we have
Harvard.
moved on and progressed past overt
Went handpicked
racism
by
as if
Wall
the
Street.
system is no
Come on,
longer
brother.
racist. Also,
He
do you
light
know
skinned,
about
but
the
he's
Freedom
white as
Bus
you. He's
Riders?
whiter than you.
The FBI worked with the Klan of Alabama and took part in
Listen,
assaulting
man.
civil rights
I'll spend
protesters.
some time on this.
watch Freedom Bus Riders
are
on
ignorant.
PBS.
I want you to become educated. You're not bad, man. You just
You know what, IBZ, like,
ignorant, man. You really believe
I'm
this bullshit.
feeling
You think it's
exactly.
about
I'm picking up
the
exactly what you're putting down, and I just want to say, like, thank you for linking your source and letting it be known where people can go and watch about that and learn about that. Because a lot of people just like say things and they don't have like the evidence to back it up. But like, it's cool that you like have sources on the get go. So that's awesome. And I would love to watch that documentary. I don't think it's the one I've seen, even though I'm quite familiar with that story. And it's a really, 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 really sad story. Honestly, it's so scary to think about, like, if you were a young person and you're so young and you're so idealistic and you're on your way, like, to, you know, fight for your, you know, human rights, and that happens. Your worst case scenario happens. It's sick. It's honestly, it's a form of terrorism, isn't it? Like, isn't the purpose of terrorism just like keep you scared at all times? Like, aren't, like, isn't that kind of like along the same lines? Mike, 1, 2, 3, 4. The FBI is one arm of the military-industrial complex. People have to realize that we have democratized those kinds of tactics on top of all new features brought to you by surveillance capitalism. You know what? I tend to agree with you, Mike. I would love to see more hard evidence on that, so it's not just conjecture. I ask people on the other side of the spectrum the same thing to provide the same kind of evidence, so I have to like provide some sort of balance here. And yeah, like, if you have direct evidence of you know, these things, then I would totally be open to reviewing them or accepting them.
Some of those people are white too. Some of them are black too.
I mean, I know that Eisenhower, he covered the military-industrial complex a while ago, so like, we don't need to go back over that. Because if you want to know what the military-industrial complex, you can just go like Google Eisenhower military-industrial complex, and that'll explain like everything. But like, the fact that surveillance capitalism and the FBI and all that, it's all linked. It sounds slight, and no offense to you, Mike, slightly conspiratorial, right? Like, so unless there's hard evidence towards that fact, like, I would like to keep it like somewhat, you know, fact-based, if that makes sense. I watched the murder of Emmett Till. You met Emmett Till last night. If you want to know what terrorism is, that's the most purest form of terrorism there is. Yeah, absolutely. Emmett Till. I mean, and that's the thing, like, there's so many Emmett Tills. So many Emmett Tills. It's not just one. Like, and that's what I want to get the point across too, because I feel like we're seeing all these police brutality, like, things happening in the news, but how many of these occurrences go underreported or not reported at all? I mean, it's really, really, like, for me, you know, like, I have had family members die in the custody of police, and they don't give you any fucking information, especially if you're poor. If you can't afford, like, your own, like, medical examiner, they will try to get rid of the body as fast as fucking possible. As soon as they can, they will burn the body. Burn the body. Because you're not getting buried if you're in prison. No. If you die in prison, you're getting cremated, period. I think. Unless your family has the money to, like, get your body out and all that stuff. But if your family doesn't, then they're burning your body too. There's no way you can find out what happened, what actually happened to that person. Like, how did they die? How do you fucking die in custody when they have fucking doctors and shit on duty?
I'm just joking. No, I'm just being real.
No, it doesn't affect them because all they give a shit is what happens on Wall Street.
647. Wow. I tell you, man, you
And
never
they're
thought
all
you would
willing
get
to help
into
Wall
this show.
Street.
647, you live.
Both sides.
What's your name? What's your
Both
company?
sides put Wall Street first.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, how you doing now?
They put profits over people to do.
Can you hear me?
Both sides.
Yes, we hear you.
Democrats
What's your
and
name? What's your company?
Republicans.
Oh, I'm calling from Toronto, Canada, and
Yeah.
I just was calling about the.
They don't care about poor white people. So, like, after the fact that they'll use them to get their agenda across, or they'll use them to, you know, increase their profits. That's the only reason that they even think about poor white people. How can we use them to our advantage? And the sad thing is like, they fall for it.
Killing people, well, the police are the police, basically. That's all.
They fall for it.
This is the first time I've heard your show.
Gotcha.
And,
No, they don't care about what happens to a person who dies in their cup suit at all. And not only that, but they don't want you to find out. I mean,
I appreciate it.
hell, look at what happened with Jeffrey Epstein. What more blatant case of like, you're not going to find out what happens to this person than that? Like, he somehow hung himself in the cell, but there's no video evidence of that, even though there's cameras every fucking where.
America may not have the market cornered, but we are leading the market in killing civilians.
No, they don't.
By police.
They don't care about them at all. They just use them. And it's sad, honestly, to see people get so used. But like at the same time, like the Democratic Party uses poor black people to like get in power, and
We lead the pack.
like poor black people don't understand they're being used.
All right, thank you for the phone call, my brother. 724.
It's sad on both sides.
724, you still out there? 908.
They murdered him to shut up. Well, it sure does seem like it. Even if that's not what happens, that's what the fuck it looks like to me. Shit.
Hey, you're
Ah.
okay, great. Hey, Tim Black, this is OG.
OG. What's up, OG?
Just wanted to talk a little bit about something.
Jorge Ponce de Leon.
Driving around,
Hi, dude.
and,
Hi, dude.
we're driving around, I was at a, and, I'm looking around, and I know
It is. We are told so much bullshit about how caring and equal this country is, but it doesn't add up with the actions. IBZ. I feels you.
American flag.
Like, from what I've seen, there's been less care and less care. Like, one thing I realized when I was a fucking kid is like I said, like, the first homeless person I saw, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was literally shooketh, for lack of a better word. Like, I was so shooketh, I couldn't believe like a person could like go without house. Like, in a child's brain, you know what I mean? Like, you think like, how can this person not have help? Like, how can this person like not just be able to get shelter and food and like a warm bath and things that they need? Like, I didn't understand it like at all. Like, it had me so perplexed. Like, I don't even know. Like, I just changed after that. After I saw my first homeless person, the first houseless person I ever saw. Like, it changed my life forever. Forever. I couldn't believe it. Like, I just couldn't process it in my child brain. When you're a child, like, everything seems cool. Like, everybody's good. Everybody should be happy. And when you see unhappiness, like, it's hard to process. You're like, but I will never forget the image. And I will never forget, like, seeing that for the first time. And my feelings in that moment, I was so sad for that person.
People in America, we are isolated from just not individual day-to-day lives. We are isolated.
IBZ, have you ever seen the movie The Butler?
And it's just interesting to see what's happening.
That's such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, you have to see that.
Biden, that's my vote.
But yeah, even Democrats talk a bunch of smack, but they aren't delivering for minority communities. Think back all the way to Bobby Kennedy and the Dems talking about the war on poverty has poverty changed. Yeah, the Butler. It's such a good historical. It's a film. It's got Forrest Whitaker in it, and yeah, it just kind of goes through like this. It's based on a true story, and there was a black butler at the White House for like, he was the main butler to the president for like 75 years, and he went through several different presidencies and kind of showed like how they were all fucking just racist, like JFK, Bobby Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, FDR, Teddy Roosevelt, fucking, they were all racist. And it shows you that. And I don't believe a fucking damn thing has changed. Not even the fact that we had a black president. I don't think that changed that. I know that pisses some people off and it fucking makes you not want to subscribe to my channel, but it's true. Some people love Obama so much. But let's be real with ourselves. What did Obama ever do for black people? Yeah, exactly. He had to do all that, but yet he was there at some of the most pivotal times when they were making decisions. They were definitely asking him for his input. Being the only black man around. But the fact that, like, he's a black man and he's in the position of a butler, right? But he still works his ass off, and he still like became the best butler he could be. And that right in there, like, it just shows you the fortitude of black people, and the fact that, like, you know, people want to use that old like stereotype that like black people are so lazy and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, no, like, we are literally one of the most hardworking races out there. I'm not saying like every race doesn't work hard or whatever, but I'm saying like even in the face of oppression and direct racism, like, black people will still continue to like rise above. Like,
we don't get 90% of black people, so let's go get these. And so what they do is they demoralize.
yeah.
And this
White doctors get jealous. Any, like, I mean, as a black person, you understand, like, in any workplace, like, if you're doing better than other people, like, they are going to come after you hard. They will, like, accuse you of stealing, accuse you of lying, accuse you of cheating, accusing you of having, like, extra fucking muscles in your leg to fucking jump higher and shit. Like, they'll literally, like, accuse you of anything. But, like, okay, so if we're, like, so fucking muscular and so fucking brilliant to, like, lie, cheat, and steal and do all this other shit, then how are we not the fucking superior race then? That would make us superior technically, right? Like, if we're able to fucking, like, finagle our way out of fucking slavery and, you know, like, finagle our way, like, into positions of power, like, doesn't that make us the fucking superior race? Like, if you want to talk about white supremacy, like, doesn't that prove for a fact that black people are superior? But I don't even want to get into that because I don't even believe in race.
My brother Spence say, there's people looking at their wallet, looking at their checks, looking at their taxes being cut.
Blacks help build the foundations of this country, absolutely.
They don't care about that.
Accuse you of sleeping during Zoom meetings, whatever they fucking want to say. Like, they'll try anything. They'll say any fucking thing. They don't care because they know they can get away with it. It doesn't matter. They're probably going to be believed. Unless you, like, shut them the fuck down and embarrass them and humiliate the fuck out of them, like Usain Bolt, like, literally just fucking just being a fucking beast and, like, I'm the fastest man on the planet and no one's ever going to beat me. Like, then that's the only time they, like, will give you a fucking pass. You have to be fucking amazing, out of control, like, exceptional fucking black person for them to fucking, like, give you any sort of recognition or anything like that. And not just accuse you of fucking cheating or being, like, extra or some shit.
But yeah,
And it's like, not only does a black person have to do what is expected of white workers, but even rise above and yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Joe Biden.
like you literally have to be Usain fucking Bolt
In Russia.
in a fucking mirror to get your fucking props, dude. You have to be Barack Obama. Like, you have to be
65% of white
this
people vote
fucking. You have to be Tiger fucking Woods. You know what I'm saying?
My Hispanic brothers was split 50-50. So anyway, it's what it is. Okay, let me try to get there's a couple 918 and a couple 9 numbers. 918. You're live. What's your name in Chicago? Hey.
Not even 99% of whites are that perfect.
You going in and out, sister?
No.
You're going in and out.
You know, I don't want to sit here and like bash white people, but like,
Okay, you sound a little bit better there. What happened?
we know, like black people as a collective know,
Yeah, you were going in and out.
and all it takes is that look to each other to like know what's going on in that situation. The sad thing is like they've done such a good job keeping us apart. People need to be allowed to make mistakes because we all do. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, 978.
I mean, especially when you're dealing with the traumatized community, like a community like the black community that's gone through so much.
Yes, sir.
Oh fuck no, we ain't watching no fucking Tucker Carlson. The black community that has gone so much, gone through so much, like,
Hold on.
it's just tough.
Kevin.
Like, but yet they want to say,
David
you
Packman
know,
mentioned me on his show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, man, I had no idea David Packman.
That's, you know,
like white people get multiple fucking passes, but like let you be a fucking black person and you fuck up one time, you're done for life. Like they are fucking giving the harshest penalty. They're giving you the fucking harshest sentence. No matter if you have mental health issues or anything, like no matter on your background or anything like that, you're getting the harshest sentence. You're getting the harshest punishment. You're going to fucking like fry. Like you're going to regret this for the rest of your life, and they are there to make sure of that.
and the national average was like right around 1%.
Exactly. Making a mistake is to be human. Like our justice system is designed to fucking punish your skin color, and that's just all it comes down to. If you have a certain skin tone, you're fucked. You make a mistake and you're fucked. If you're white, they'll probably give you multiple fucking chances. Look at fucking Ted Bundy. How many times was that motherfucker in custody and they let him go? And look how many people he ended up fucking killing. Look at all these motherfuckers that the fuck, like Kyle Rittenhausen, fucking just walking down the street trying to turn himself in, and the police don't even fucking. They're like, hey, you need some water, bro? It's crazy. If like people don't realize the fucking bias at this point, then there's literally nothing. I don't want you in my life. Like I don't need you in my life. Yeah, there are tears of privilege. Tears of privilege for sure. Oh yeah, they just want to try to tell you that things have progressed just to like get you to shut the fuck up about it. Stop complaining. Oh no, things are fine, you know? It's like when you complain about your job with your boss, like, oh, I'll take care of it, no problem, then nothing ever fucking changes. It's the same thing.
I read the short version recently, and then the thing is, like, it seems like he hired
Yeah.
lawyers.
So many blonde white girls I know who just are like crackheads. Yeah. Absolutely, they walk around Portland all the time.
Legislation gets convoluted, but basically, one of the main things.
But be a black person in like a nice vehicle, and I guarantee you're gonna get fucking harassed by the police. But a crackhead walking around barefoot in the middle of the road,
It basically says, you know, you gotta
no
shield
problem.
the law. You kill somebody, it's because you thought that, you know, you were in danger, and that's how all these cops are getting out of these convictions, getting paid to leave after they've murdered.
You get some water.
You know, and I Pac-Man. You even mentioned it. I've been waiting to hear Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez mention it. Like, I've been waiting to hear anybody bring up this. I know it's not a legislation, but everything that I've read from it seems really, really good. Like, comprehensively just sound. You know, so that's about all I wanted to say. Aside from, dude, thank you for bringing all these voices together. I'm a huge fan and continue to be listening.
Hey, thank you, Kevin, for the phone call, man, and the information. Yeah, you know, it's not all on. How do I say this? I was hoping. No, I'm serious. I was hoping that Ice Cube was gonna come on the show and we had a conversation. I thought that the ideas that he expressed in that document, they are definitely solid, right? They're solid. Hopefully, I can get Derek Hamilton on the show. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Dr. Sandy Darity is scheduled to come back on the show as well. So even if we don't get Ice Cube, we get some other intelligent brothers who know the economic professors and to talk about these issues, because that's the main portion. I'd say that the lion's share of his potential legislation is about economics. So some economic professors would be here. You know, and look, hey, maybe I saw he went on a couple shows and just nobody's obligated to do anything. You know, they go where they want to go. So it is what it is. I'm still glad he did it. I'm glad he's involved. Do you? Yeah. It's like you know, maybe he feels like I'm with a group of people being progressive.
A black astronaut was asked what the scariest moment of his life was. The interviewer assumed it was the moment he was sitting on top of a rocket full of rocket fuel. Mentioned down. It was when. I can't see the rest of it. It was when he was just walking down the sidewalk, being a fucking regular black man, probably. Because I feel fear being a queer black woman. It was when a white police officer pulled him over. He said he fell for his safety and that the officer was edgy and that just reaching pre-comp adjuncts like his license would and registration could have gotten himself killed right here. Absolutely.
Green Party. Brother, I understand what you're saying about
Absolutely,
the Green
you're
Party.
right.
I do. And they need some star power, brother. That's all they need. People say you're not serious till you win. Right? So we're going to feel this way about the Green Party, and I was too. Actually, I was definitely ignoring it. Because I'm like, Howie Hawkins, and I didn't even know Angela Walker.
An astronaut, yeah.
I didn't even
That's
know.
crazy, yeah, right? Way smarter than that cop could ever fucking be, right?
I listened to him speak and I didn't feel anything. Like, I'm not even gonna.
Doesn't matter, like, you're black, you're automatically, the automatic assumption that they have is that you're gonna be violent. Is that you are violent, you will be violent, and that you're a threat.
I'm not concerned with this shit. But it's not about Howie.
Right. It's not about what you do in your life. Like, that's the one thing we as black people gotta come to fucking realize. It's like, it ain't about what the fuck you do. That doesn't even fucking matter. You could be the richest fucking man in the world. It doesn't fucking matter. They're still gonna treat you like shit.
And that could get them to 5%. And if it doesn't get them to 5%, it makes it very glaringly obvious that they've been robbed. See what I'm saying? They need somebody with
Now these are the real conversations I like.
votes to inspire people.
For real, for real.
That's what's missing. And that, people don't take you seriously till you win some shit.
Yeah. Class determines almost everything, but like, yeah. No, it doesn't. Like,
They would be hard to ignore.
no. The thing that we don't need to tackle first is class. The thing that we need to tackle first is racial discrimination. Like, and that's why I have a lot of problem with a lot of the socialist movements. This might lose me subscribers once again. But like, I have a problem with a lot of the democratic socialist movements that think that class is like solving the class divide is the fucking thing that'll solve everything. It's not true.
With me on certain things too, but I don't think they think I'm a bad person. Like, I'm not gonna
It is sad that you can do everything right and it's not still good enough, but
You know, I'm not, not to put it
you gotta keep going, you gotta keep trying, because guess what, like, that is a great example. Like, you can use that as an example. Like, you can be
So what's your name? What's your
an example of a person who's, like, gone through that.
Yes, 207, my brother, yes.
Absolutely, dude. Solving the racial issue in this country is the first and foremost thing we need to do, and then everything else is after that. Like, we need to get that shit handled now, because literally the situation clearly is getting out of control.
About the checks and everything coming in. You shouldn't be too excited because when you go to the grocery store, beef and veal is up 20.2%. Eggs are up 10.4%. Chicken and pork are up 8.4%. And I guarantee if you go buy some tin foil, it'll be thinner. That's called shrinkflation and inflation. So your dollars are going less far than they used to. So keep getting that government money and you won't be able to buy anything in about a year. So you don't want free money. Another point, when we're talking about defunding the police, I'm all for it as far as let's demilitarize them, but let's get all the cops hand-to-hand combat trained. Let's get them jiu-jitsu trained so that they have more confidence, where they don't have to pull out a gun and shoot people. Get them where they can disarm people, know how to wrestle people, tackle them, put them to the ground. I think that's a great idea.
They already have that training, by the way. Cops already go through fucking hand-to-hand combat training.
All the vehicles out of there.
They just don't know how to fucking do it, and they're fat and out of shape. Sorry, not all of them, but, like, the majority of them just lazy. Like, I could run after you, or I could just fucking shoot you 7 times to your back. We are still dealing with the same holdover Jim Crow racism we were back in the post-Civil War era, but white politicians want to pretend we're moved on from all of that. Yeah, they do want to pretend that, but like, let's just be fair. Like, it's not just white politicians, though. Even though white politicians have the control, like, black people kind of just are, like, kind of trying to assimilate to that kind of, like, rhetoric because they want to be in power as well. But, like, along in that process, like, black politicians lose a lot of their integrity when it comes to these issues. So I would say, like, you're right, but it's black politicians too. Not enough, though. Farley Mandy, you can't solve the class divide in this or any country without a genuine response/solution to its racist capitalist structures. Absolutely. Especially in a country like America, when it was literally founded on the fucking backs of slaves. Like, you can't just fucking, you know, get away with, like, totally just brushing that on the rug like it never happened. No. That's like as if your mom told you to go clean your room and you had everything under your bed. Don't you think she's gonna look under your bed eventually? Like, damn, that was fast. She's like, where'd everything go? Oh, it's right there under your bed still. Gotta clean it up. Bob Shuley. They do it like once or twice a year, which is not enough. Cops need to be training at least 3% of the year. Yeah. I don't even care if it's once or twice. Like, once or twice a year is enough for you to know not to just fucking shoot someone in the back if they're running from you. Like, unless you're like just a psycho fucking path, why are you shooting anybody in the back that's running away from you? Daniel, fuck fascism. V. We fear nothing, we cannot be stopped. We are a legion, expect us everywhere. Antifa, BLM forever. Truth wars in the streets, mask up warriors, we battle worldwide. Antifa. Please don't type in all caps. I don't know. I don't like that.
I think Spencer said he was an engineer.
For vulnerable communities, I forgot what we were talking about.
But just remember,
But yes.
voters
Vulnerable communities in the addressing of that situation, and like not even the racist history against black people, but the racist history against people from Latin America as well. Like, our situation in America is never going to change until we address those two factors. It's not just against blacks, but it's the racist history against Latin America as well, and the indigenous, and the Japanese. Zach, you suck. Thank you. As Billy Madison would say, no, you suck. Bob Shuley lent 30%. I meant 30%. Oh, shit. Weezy, let's talk about how all you need to be police officer in this country is a high school diploma. This is a recipe for disaster. Low IQ people in highly complex jobs like policing equals bad results. Oh, fuck yeah. I couldn't have said it better myself. I think we talked about this last night, about how many ASVAB waivers there were in the Marine Corps and how they were just like, people who can pass a simple test with simple arithmetic were just let into the Marine Corps. Oh, we'll just waive the fact that you're like a complete moron. Can you hold a rifle? Okay, you're in. Yeah, but it's also not just the training of you're not constantly training when shitty, scary situations break out. These cops allow the fear to get the best of them. Then you shouldn't be a cop. I'm sorry. Then you shouldn't be a fucking cop. If you're fucking scared constantly, then you shouldn't be a fucking cop. You should only be a cop if you're like confident going out there in those streets and you're able to handle yourself accordingly. But like just using the excuse that I was scared, so I shot him, that's not good enough for me. Let me be clear, I'm not in any way trying to justify them shooting the dude in the back 7 times. No, I don't think you are, Bob. Like, I don't think you are. I'm just letting you, like, I'm just responding to what you're saying is all. Like, I think that, you know, you're like totally reasonable in saying what you're saying. I'm just explaining to you like why that's not like legit. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. And it's all in my opinion. But like I have military experience, so like I feel like it's a little bit more than just an opinion. Like, but like if I were to have been deployed, for example, like I legit would have been scared. Like scared as fuck. There's no fucking way they should have put me in any kind of deployment situation because I'm not gonna lie, I would have just ran off. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I probably would have went AWOL or some shit. Like, left my fucking command there to fend for themselves. Because, like, guess what? To me, like, dying in a war is not worth it. But, like, if you're a cop and you, like, you voluntarily sign up for this job, like, you have to kind of, like, be ready for the things that come with that. Bob Shuley is more reasonable than 90% of people on the YouTube chat. This is I agree with you, Farland Mendy. Like Bob Shuley, you're like very, very respectful and you have great commentary, and I appreciate it. I'd busy. During the Vietnam War, a high-ranking recruitment officer admitted that he was allowed to pass recruits that came in that couldn't even sign their own names or put together basic sentences. I believe it. Like I said, like, ASVAB waivers. Bob Shuley, to be honest, though, a lot of people think that they could deal with life or death situations and they train, but when it actually happens, they freeze up and do something like these cops. I get it. Like, I totally get what you're saying. Like, you might think you have a handle on things, but, like, you don't. Until you make mistakes. But, like, at the same time, though, like, other cops who like know how to do their jobs well should hold those cops accountable for the mistakes that they made by like A, firing them, and B, like, you know, like charging them with like fucking, you know, the proper crimes. So it's not just on the individual cop, it's on the whole fucking system. But we'll give these same guys guns and set them loose. Yeah, they'll. As long as you can hold a rifle, you can get into the military, or you can get into the cop force. Bob Shuley, I was in the Army and did a tour to Iraq, and I could say soldiers are a great deal more trained than cops. I agree. Thanks, you guys seem very reasonable as well. I'm pretty sure we disagree on a lot. That's cool because no one on here is being hateful, and that's what matters. Absolutely. Absolutely, dude. Agreed. Lack of accountability is also a huge issue. Yeah. And if you were in the military, you kind of get it, right? Like, there was that kind of, like, underlying, like, you know, fraternity-type mentality of, like, we protect each other. And no matter what, like, We will never snitch on each other. We will never turn our backs on each other, no matter what the other person does. But that's a sick fucking culture. Like, people should be held accountable, dude.
With random people, which would definitely decrease the interaction.
Like, if you're a shitty cop and you're shitty at your job, like, get fired.
Now, I have, I'm so, I stood up.
What about this Fort Hood shit? 28 people murdered on that base in 1 year. I don't see how that happens. Honestly, being stationed on several different military bases, I don't see how 28 people from a base get murdered. I don't see how Vanessa Guillen went missing from base, but yet there was no camera footage. I don't see how no one heard her getting bludgeoned to death, even if it was in the armory. I don't see how that person was able to, like, keep that scene totally off guards from anyone with all that blood that would have been in there. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I've been in armories before. Like, I've been in fucking military bases with multiple buildings with multiple offices, and it doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's something else going on. There's something else going on in that situation, and yeah, somebody needs to be held accountable in that situation as well. Bob says, Fort Hood shit is crazy. I don't even know what to think about it. It's mind-boggling. Something really dark and evil is going on there for sure. I agree, Bob. I think that's one thing we can all fucking agree on, at least, right? Like, something fucking wacky is fucking going on there, because literally on those bases, Bob, and you know it, there are cameras every fucking where, on every fucking corner, everywhere. They're not letting fucking foreign agents in there. So how the fuck is somebody just able to just kill indiscriminately? People are able to just get killed and missing on that base. It doesn't make sense. We were barely allowed to we weren't even allowed to have kegs on base. So how the fuck are people able to get killed? I don't mean to laugh at that, but, like, you know how strict they were when it came down to, like, the fucking drinking rules and shit? Being in your barracks, like, having your barracks clean. Like, military is not, like, a fucking place where, like, people are, like, slacking on their duties. Well, sometimes it is, but, like, for the most part, like, you can't get past MP if you seem suspicious. Like, I don't understand how people are, like, saying that he left base and came back and got her body and then left again. Like, that doesn't make sense, right?
Man, what is in the water, man? What is wrong? What's wrong, man?
Probably some kind of crazy death cult full of fucked up combat vets. That sounds crazy, but I can't think of any other reason. This is the reason that it is so easy to believe a lot of conspiracy theories, you know, because it's common sense that this shit is fucked up. So then what's the answer? It's hard to believe that incompetence, negligence is the answer even is. Unfortunately, I do think that that's the answer. Like, though it's hard for me to fucking believe that story. Vanessa Guillen's story specifically, I don't know much about the other cases, but that story specifically seems really wrong to me. Rape is a big problem in the military, even against male soldiers. It's a culture of silence, just like law enforcement, that discourages whistleblowing and accountability. I agree. I mean, listen, like, a lot of that shit didn't get all reported, but trust me, multiple fellow female Marines came to me with their different stories. And there was a lot of fucking just, like, stalker-like activities from the higher-ups, too. Like, there was a lot of just, like, sexual coercion. Like, hey, like, if you want a promotion, like, you gotta, like, do the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of that on the higher side, on the, like, even the fucking, like, yeah, I'll say it, the officer side of on the commissioned side. They would fucking, you know, a tit for tat type situation with a lot of the girls.
When can we just blame Joe Biden?
You guys are chatting so hard, it's awesome. Like, it's getting hard for me to keep up with the comments, so that's good. Bob Shuley says, yeah, and every military barrack has someone at a desk watching every single person going in and out 24/7 so someone sees something. Yes, and you know what, Bob, and that's the crazy thing, like, the person who was on duty that night at her barracks, who were supposed to make a count of everyone, they said they didn't do the count that night because they often don't do the count. Like, how many times were you on duty, Bob? Like, you didn't go around and count the rooms, right? Like, that is negligence. It is. It's, like, part of what you're supposed to do, but, like, honestly, anytime I had duty, I would finagle my way out of it somehow. I would, like, put it on somebody else. But I got away with a lot of different shit because I'm, like, just that smooth. But, like, yeah, I would be like, no, I don't have duty tonight. You have duty. No, Sergeant so-and-so said you have duty tonight, so get out there. And it worked. But why would a death cult make more sense? Only because it's hard to believe in the incompetence of folks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, incompetence too. Rape culture. Yeah. Hazing, sexual harassment, and teasing. And I bet military culture is the worst. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, and plus those motherfuckers will do anything to protect their careers. Like, we've already established that they're dumb as fuck. So, they know that they can't do really, like, any other job. Right? So, like, if they plan on making the military their career and there's a girl there that they know who could, like, fuck that up, get rid of her. Get rid of her. Nobody will care, hopefully. Yeah, you can't do your job with all that side bullshit. No, not in a culture that's toxic like our culture is. It sucks because there's a lot of women in the military I know that really love their jobs, and they really, really did just, like, want to, like, protect American freedoms. They really did, but, like, they could barely do it because they were constantly getting sexually harassed. And then, like, you feel like you're in a position where you're like, you have to marry the first guy you meet too, just to have some kind of protection against the fucking vultures out there. There's mostly good people in the military from my experience, but the flaw with the rank structure is it just takes one sadistic fuck to be on top of everything. Under to be fucked, shit only goes down. Rank structure. Yeah. Lie, deny. Oh, dude, that is the military mantra. Like, I learned that in boot camp. Lie until you die. Never tell the truth, even if they have evidence against you. Never tell the truth. Always deny it. Women want to serve just like men, but they have to navigate the whole toxic culture and issues not related to their jobs. Absolutely. Yes, it's haha, lie till you die, 100%. Yeah, lie till you die. It's crazy, man. Trust me, I got away with a lot of shit with that, but not sick shit. Just like drugs and alcohol related stuff. One time I fought my best friend on some drunk shit. They tried to, like, throw the book at me, but it didn't happen. Yeah, I was, like, good friends with the sergeant major on base. Which I think I still have my sergeant major's coin somewhere around here. I just don't know where it's at. Possibly I might have gotten rid of it as well. I might have given it to someone who actually gives a shit about that stuff. But it's a super cool Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps coin. And, like, only certain enlisted people get the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps coin. Like, you gotta be pretty, like, fucked up. Can't even tell you how many times I've been instructed by my superior to literally go and instill something, and they would say, go acquire this private. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So our friend, Grandpa got lost in the mall, is still the worst, and he's at it again. He's on the road for this American tour of bringing America back to what it was in 1988. You know, doing his best to imitate Reagan with dementia, and he's finally decided to actually set foot in Michigan.
But they want to put these soldiers on some sort of pedestal, like these are moral paragons or something. Most want to do right, but there are some sick motherfuckers out there that just abuse the system. Yeah, I guess. You're right. You're definitely right. I mean, the whole like uplifting of veterans and shit like that is like okay, and like the whole like treatment of like our troops and shit like that, like the whole shit is kind of just like propaganda, right? And we can see it for what it is. Like it's propagandistic tactics to like make you not question any sort of thing actions the military has, and that's part of the reason why like shit like Fort Hood can just happen because like nobody questions it if it's the military, right? Like the military does nothing, you know, nothing wrong.
Live there until November. Not that I care. I wanted Bernie to win. At this point, Biden and Trump might as well be Mussolini and Hitler. I'd prefer Mussolini.
Pedophile priest, yeah. There's pedophiles in every single fucking aspect of society. That's a system of our society. It's not one specific institution. Right? Like pedophilia's rape culture, toxic masculinity, that's all not like specific to just one specific. I'm sorry, I said specific twice, but like it's not specific to one institution. It's our society as a whole. So no matter where you go, you're gonna be subjected to toxic masculinity, racism, rape culture, sexual harassment, because it's fucking just normalized in our society at this point. It's sad, but it's true. And that ties over into law enforcement all the same. The few bad apples argument is wrong. The silence of culture like they have is a breeding ground for corruption and malfeasance. I agree. Like, if you're a good cop, report the bad cops. Get them fired. I wish everyone could just go to the mountains and drop some acid and sing Kumbaya. You're telling me, brother. That's why I need you to like and subscribe to this channel so like I can like make that a reality for everybody. Because we're on the same page with that. As long as there's not forest fires out in the mountains like there are in fucking Portland right now. Or in Oregon, I should say. Yeah, American society loves violence. They lap it up. It's everywhere. It's in every facet of our society. Shit, I feel like this person's running.
That's always been said, but it's never been more true in 2020. Entire cabinet and cheerleading squad being the 96th Republican National Convention. Like, that is how we're
You liked and subbed? Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate your opinion too. You and Bob and like Farland Mandy, thank you so much for like commenting and like creating this conversation, because that's what I really want to do. Like, let's harvest a good place for safe conversation. Because we all know the internet is so toxic. So many trolls, so many bots. Like, it just doesn't feel like a safe place to have an open dialogue about the issues that, like, and the cool thing is, like, we found things we all agree on, even though we might not be of the same, like, political party or, like, the same political, like, you know, on the same side of the political scale or whatever, and that's the fucking dopest thing about it. It's like, there are things we have in common. There are things that we can't agree on. We just need to find those things, and then we can build on that.
Alright guys, that's it for the show tonight. We did a good job. We rebounded from the Windows update. Phone lines and
Done a damn good job of glorifying death and violence and over-sexualization. There's nothing wrong with sexuality, but once you start making it the most important thing ever, it is. Yeah, I mean, I think that sex, like, all of it comes down to, like, capitalism, right? Like, sex sells, right? So, like, of course, if you're showing sex on your movie, like, that's gonna get people to come and watch it. Like, we all like a good sex scene. Like, we all like a good movie in a movie, right? Never thought I'd need such a safe space. Oh, it feels good, yeah. So much hate from all sides, yeah. It's hard to have a civil conversation. It really is. Like, people just fucking piss me off. Like, I was just like, after a while, when people aren't getting, I'm like, fuck you. Right? Like, I can have a conversation with, like, somebody like Bob, like, who I know that is probably, like, not with me on certain political things, but, like, we can talk and we can find commonalities, and then we can build from there, you know? Yeah, we shouldn't agree on everything, but like we should. But the point is to like find the commonality and then build on that, and then get to a point where like, okay, like this is how we can work together. Yeah, I'm a solid rep and conservative, but I could sit here and talk and debate someone and maintain proper respect and kindness. I appreciate you for that, because there are a lot of Republicans out there that I'd fucking like don't talk to. Like I can't talk to at all. Sex makes the world go round. That's what humans are at their base. They have primal needs, and that's one of the main ones. Yeah, I mean, especially in a society where, you know, masculinity is toxic. Like, it seems like hypersexuality, more than like just appreciating sex for the beautiful thing it is. It's like hypersexuality. It's like porn. Like, porn is reality, you know? Yeah, like people nowadays act like their sexual orientation is what defines them as a person. It's just crazy. Well, Bob, it's interesting that you say that, because I think that you have to kind of like separate yourself by your sexual orientation these days, because there's just so much hatred towards like people who are, you know, queer on the spectrum, and there's like a concerted effort towards like, you know, ending their lifestyle. I think that like politically, strategically, you need to align with like people who are like you in that way. But there are so many crazy people out there that like common sense or intelligence, and all the talking in the world will amount to nothing. It's absolutely. Trust me, dude. Most of the time, I just give my middle finger to like everyone, dude. Your actions and how you treat others is what defines you as a person. I agree. General appropriation, gender norms, etc., etc. People are obsessed with what they are rather than how they feel. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that, like, identity politics pandering from the Democratic Party that I see. It's, like, not cool. It's like, oh, yeah, like, I always, like, think back to the Pride Parade and how it's, like, the Pride Parade sponsored by Bank of America, and it's like, dude, queer people will never have a fucking voice in this society until like we reform capitalism, you know, or get rid of it completely. So Bank of America sponsoring Pride is literally the opposite direction of where we want to go with it.
That just fall in line with this nonsense. That's an important message.
Oh, absolutely. Like, just because you're queer, you're a marginalized person in any way, doesn't mean that you should be like, wait, what? Wait. Okay, in what instance do you mean it should always come first? Like, in terms of what? Because, like, if you mean, like, if, like, a person is shot and killed by the police and they happen to be queer and black, but they also happen to be, like, a thief, does that mean that they deserve to be shot? Is that, like, I'm just curious. Like, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what you're saying there.
Thank you for using Lost Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Right. I just don't understand the language. Come first. Like, what does sexual orientation have to do with politics or morality? Yeah, I'm kind of confused. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of stuck on that.
Everybody in my stream, I appreciate it. Share it up. Share it with your friends. Share it with your kids. Share it with your family.
Get it done, right? It's a breakout.
about soul stuff. Why you about my stuff? No, apparently someone wants to watch Soul, then why don't you just watch Soul? Why are you watching me? And it's just like, I always want to talk to Soul, but he's always up in his comments saying stuff, and it's just like, well, I guess another time, bro. That's what I'm just saying. Yeah, dude. JC. Go get your car real quick. Yeah, go get your car real quick, bro. It's a wild card tonight. Cause Soul is not up right now. Well, I mean, why don't you just restream? I mean, I'm pretty sure you like watching his stuff again, right?
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. No, I agree. Like, it. All right, let's say this. Like, in a totally equal society, like your gender identity or your sexual orientation, like, wouldn't matter. But in terms of like creating solidarity within communities, it does matter because it's like, okay, it helps you realize you're in a safe space if you like kind of come out in the open with like who you are in the first place instead of being like closeted and then you like don't know in your like, for example, in your workspace, like who you can relate to. You know? No, I don't think that it has anything to do with your personal character so much as it is like a signaling of like you know, trying to get other people to relate to you. But I can see how like that has been twisted and turned by like people's own agendas to like kind of reflect the things that you're saying, Bob. Like I have seen that. IBZ. I was trying to listen to the guy on the bottom right stream. Looked like he had some interesting things to say. He does. He does. His name's Tim Black, and you should follow his YouTube page, dude. Like, it's really, really good. IBZ, like, really good. Really, really good. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Ultimately, like division and criticism is what they really want. So, like, it's not on the marginalized class, like, kind of like straighten that out. Like, it's on the leadership to do that. And like, I don't think queer communities should like, you know, be held responsible for kind of clearing that up or whatever.
What? Alright. I guess it's fair. I know. Jesus.
I mean, I'm not expecting it. You can say no.
I'ma say yes. I would be a dick. Just moved it, not give me a right, but I'm nice.
Right behind me, but he is behind me. Oh, I see him now.
Hey, yeah, why don't you watch Soul Stream? He's right here. You see what I mean, though? You see what I mean about the comments, bro? You see what I mean about the comment shit, bro? I can never talk to the nigga. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can never have a conversation with a nigga. I haven't. Ninja, bro.
Yeah, division and disagreement. Yeah, but like, also it filters down. I mean, it's not just at the top. Like people, we just talked about this, right? Like poor, marginalized white communities. Like they're the ones that are falling for this agenda, and like poor, marginalized black communities are falling for this
You
agenda.
can watch me if you want to watch me.
In terms of like voting and shit, like they have a lot of power, dude. I mean, the solidarity aspect, 100%. I just feel like the mainstream is trying to tie someone's sexuality with their character. Nah, dude. If anything, it's like the opposite.
You can leave my man Jared
Cool. I
alone,
will
he's
look
been-
him up. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I think division. Yeah, we already said that.
That's
100%.
my bro.
It's like ordinary people are used as grit for the machine. And another thing is there is almost 8 billion people on Earth now, and I don't think things are going to get better but worse.
Oh, we got
I
speed
definitely.
over there, though.
Well, I don't know. I can't predict the future, so I can't say if things are going to get better or worse.
sounds
My
like a Hemi.
ultimate feeling is that things will get better.
Yeah, that's a fucking Hemi.
Like, inherently, I feel like things are going to be better.
Just that Revy the engine
I really do.
with the gas.
Like, because I have
seriously,
faith
though.
in humanity, and
Instantly.
I think that we can pull together and do the right thing, even if it is at the last
For real,
minute.
though.
Put people of the same color into a room, and they would find a way to criticize each other on their nose shape or eye color. Humans are weird animals. You could be right, like, but I don't really know how that solves anything. But what I do know is that I appreciate y'all for streaming in, tuning in, and like making this a really, really interesting chat night. I am actually going to fucking go. I hope y'all subscribe to my channel at this point. If not, it's cool. But yeah, and like hit the bell because I think that lets you know if I'm like gonna live stream. I usually set it up beforehand, or at least I'll try to from now on. And plus, I've got a sweet vlog coming out for like to celebrate my 51st subscribes. Like I said before, this is black-owned media. This is this is my voice and my perspective on the situation. And if you're down with that, then let's grow it. Let's like keep it going. And so yes, I will bow out for this evening. Please continue to just like be informed and do your research, and y'all both presented really, 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 really cool like viewpoints and really cool like perspectives, and like I really appreciate that more than anything. And like I always say, every sub counts, quality over quantity. Peace.